Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back in. The BOD Press Conference officially starts right now. I'm the Night Owl, Chairman, Board of Directors. I want to thank everybody for coming back. As you guys know, we had some technical difficulties, but we hope to have this filled up to somewhere between 8 and 10 people relatively quickly, and we'll just get going on some conversation. We are 2 weeks out. I'm sure everybody's got thoughts. I'm sure everybody's got feelings. I just got a voice message from Kenny. Bro, I can't hear that. I'm doing this live, so I'll have to hear that some other time. But yeah, here we are, man. I'm excited to be here. Obviously, 14 days away from the day that we've been building up to now for a year, really. This is our World Series. This is our Super Bowl. This is our NBA Finals Game 7. This is our Game 7 in the NHL, whatever you want to call it. I think it's been exciting to see how we got here and all the changes that we've undergone. And then also to see some of the mainstays continue to dominate here in the chapter. But mostly, I wanted to check in with you guys and see what everybody was thinking about what's going on. I know we got a lot of different matches, a lot of different scenarios playing out between a lot of different people and a lot of different factions. So I want to give everybody an opportunity to just come out and voice how they feel, like we would do on the FWWC today, or like what we would do through Wrestle Talk or whatever it may be. So I'm glad for you that are here now to be able to watch this live. And anybody watching on replay, go ahead and comment. Just annotate the timestamp of what you're referring to, and that's it, man. We'll just keep the conversation going. I do see some of the folks that were in the last one popping in again, and I am able to see your guys' comments here through my laptop. Corbin Slater writes, hello. Arden Murphy, hey yo. Massacre, hello. And Deadrick Rain is in the house, all caps. That's cool to have you guys here. I guess I'll just start off by saying that I'm grateful that we are 2 weeks away. I'm grateful that everything that we discussed even before we started thinking about throwing a party is starting to come together. I know a lot of you guys are hyped up and excited about that, as am I. And all I can say at this point is that all the pieces are in place. So everything should work out beautifully as long as everybody can make a safe trip over from wherever they're traveling from. Special shout out to Nightmare Jones catching a plane to be here for that. So that's what we like to see, man. That's why we call ourselves the best. You know, there's something special. There's something in the air here that makes people want to travel. Yo, Black Samurai, Que Pasa, and what up, Marvelous Missy? So you guys commenting in there as well. I've got to say, just off the names that I just mentioned, every single one of those names has been on a high as of late. It's great to see all kinds of groups, tag teams, factions represented when we do one of these press conferences, and that's why I want to try to make sure I keep it open to you guys, because I know this is all about you guys and the rivalries and matches that you've been able to put yourselves in. I mean, just think about some of the more recent stuff that's going on between Kurt Malice and Deadrick Rain. Just, two bulls butting heads, Both guys want the same place in the yard. Both want to be champions. Both want to be either make a statement or be remembered. And, you never know who's going to cross paths here. You would have never expected certain tag members to end up facing each other. You would have never expected UXT guys to face main roster guys, and we've seen all of that. And it's just going to continue to get more awesome as we head to the biggest show of the year, man. It's really a great feeling. And speaking of that, I see we just had Legion, We Are Many, stepping in the room. Boom, boom, Legion in the room. What's up, man? Thank you for being here as well. I want to take this moment to encourage everybody to check your watches and check your calendars. If you have the availability this evening, doors open at 6, show starts at 7. The Headhunters are having a huge show this evening. They're main eventing what's going to be a night of great, beautiful, heartfelt entertainment in the form of spoken word. These guys are definitely headlining it. The show actually starts at 7 o'clock. And if you're in the greater Kansas City area or anywhere within driving distance, I highly recommend $5 at the door, and then sodas, and whatever be for sale there as well, I imagine. It's a beautiful art. It's a great way to communicate feeling. And it takes tremendous talent to do it. So the fact that we have two renowned spoken word artists, two guys that represent Kansas City to the fullest. Even though we know Theory and Sam like the rock that Chargers hat, so I don't know where that came from. He might have to do one of these to tell us how the hell he's a Chargers fan if he's a lifelong Kansas Cityan. We'll have to have Theory fill us in on that. But yeah, let's all wish those guys the best tonight, man. You know, to be able to jump on stage is something that I think all of us aspire to in one way, shape, or form. I know there's some musicians in this chapter. I know there's some guys that are singers. I know, you know, guys that have aspirations of being wrestlers. That's also a stage in another form. And to be able to go and do what they do and practice as hard as they practice, there's always a payoff, man. I had somebody that I respect tremendously tell me the other night as we were having a late night phone conference that he doesn't care really what the reaction is from the crowd. If he zones them out and gets, you know, crickets, or if everyone's going nuts, because either way, it's about the journey that it took to get to that moment. You know what I mean? So as long as the concern of bombing isn't there, I think it's going to be pretty dope if you aim to make it entertaining and you work hard at it. You know, the results pay off. And the chapter is one of those places where, you know, we all have different styles, we all have different mannerisms and backgrounds, and somehow, some way, we all manage to kind of all end up doing the same thing, and expressing ourselves through, you know, whatever may be inside of us that we want to form into a character, much like our heroes in professional wrestling. You know, just don't meet yours truly. I've ventured into my character stage, and it was fantastic. I almost wish I could go back sometimes, but we need to carry on. It's business, and it's about getting stuff done, you know, on that end, and that really requires most of my attention. But you guys have the privilege of still being able to be people that you are, but you're really not. It's so cool, and that's why I keep smiling when I think about Universe Mania 3. I mean, just imagine the road that some people have taken to get here. You know, the Port European Championship, it's like nobody wants the damn thing. I mean, who would have ever known that we were gonna, you know, go through the situation we have? And the amazing part is that nobody besides me has seen it. I mean, it's mint condition, brand new. I mean, whoever's walking around with that thing isn't, you know, isn't gonna have to worry about not getting any attention, because the thing's beautiful. So I hope that the two guys involved know how important it is. And I actually wanted to take this moment to make the very first announcement for tonight. I mean, we've been reminiscing and discussing. I want to make the first announcement for this evening, but first let me look at the comments here to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Deidre Grain loves himself, yes. All right, I love everyone in this group. There's BBK. I love me. There's another guy that loves himself. Richard Peace. For real. So, since I don't see any brand new questions, I'm going to go ahead and break this news now. Damien right now is inside with his sisters, and I'll tell him to come to your house and find you. No, I'll tell him to come find you, because right now he's spending time with his sisters. Okay? All right, guys. I'll let him know that you guys came over. Be safe, okay? See ya. Had some visitors. Some of my kids' friends are out here. They wanted to hang out. But anyway, so okay, here we go. We got something from Legion. I'm glad saying I'm going to take the European. Boom, gonna make the most prestigious title. No one loves me more than me. We know that. That's what I was alluding to with Richard Priest. Great friends, I'm here. Cool. All right, I'm seeing everybody. This is actually working out pretty good. So, announcement. So, as you guys know, we had an incident backstage where at Luchador de Kansas City revealed some photos of a certain pro wrestling superstar, and that kind of behavior is not condoned in the FWWC. It's, you know, It's unfortunate that I have to be the one that deliver the news, but it is what it is. When the board makes a decision as a whole, we abide by the rules for the greater good. And so Luchador de Kansas City has been very apologetic, though he handled himself quite unprofessionally during the situation. He does repent now. We've had multiple conversations. I had a chance to spend some time with him last night, actually one-on-one at a great NWL show, another great promotion here out of Kansas City, just like the FWWC. And we talked, and he expressed again, how much he apologized, how much he values being here and being a part of our community and our family. And of course, I could do nothing but embrace the guy, because he is a long-standing member of this community and this group and this family. And there's no doubt in my mind that we all deserve sometimes a third, fourth, and fifth opportunity. So what the decision that has been made is that a luchador will be able to continue to compete for the European Championship at Universe Mania 3, though that was under serious consideration, because as you guys know, there's a lot of people in the FWWC that could have easily jumped in and took his place. But that, despite that being a very legitimate outcome concerning what happened with the Luchador de Kansas City, that's not what's going to end up being the case. Here's the decision that was made after 24 to 48 hours of deliberation. And we're not happy about this. Let me just say that before I tell you guys what it is. I mean, Luchador, you got to understand, when you do things like this, we're the ones that have to put out the flames. We're the ones that have to make sure that the fans understand where this is all coming from. There's children, there's families, everybody that pays money to get in and watch the FWC, everybody that takes the time to watch what you guys do and enjoy it, they deserve that respect, because you don't know what their beliefs and what their standings are. So ultimately, what we want to do is make sure we put on the best damn product. Anybody who helps dent the shield has to be held responsible. So, like I said, it's a little sad that we have to be the ones that enforce it, but it's the right thing to do. And with that being said, sir, you will go in to Universe Mania 3 to face Legion to become, or possibly become, the first ever FWWC European Champion. After being this close to losing the damn match. You're going in with a disadvantage. You're going in with one hand tied behind your back. That's right, Luchador de Kansas City. It's time for an old-fashioned whipping. That's right, the BOD is authorizing that Luchador de Kansas City be allowed to fight, which he's even fortunate to have that opportunity, but he will fight with one hand tied behind his back. It gets one of the most intimidating and fierce superstars in FWWC history, the Legion. Bid you luck, sir. And if you feel that this is unfair in any way, we'll have no choice than just remove you from the match altogether. Don't blame anyone but yourself, man. You did this. Clearly stated. Let's be respectful. We all have families. We have young ladies and women in our lives. Let's be conscious of that. We don't live in two different worlds. We live in one world. And it's all one big pot of gumbo. You understand? It all affects the other side. So, that is the news that I wanted to break. I'm going to jump back in and see if I have any other messages. He says he can live with that. Legion's having a good old time laughing like Ted DiBiase. And Legion seems to have nothing but confidence. So, oh, I see we've had the Dark Knight jumping in. That's tremendous. And I see somebody that put up the angry face. I think that's Deadric Ring. So, sir, if there's anything you want to express or you want to bring to the table, feel free to do so. We are open, we're listening, and we're ready to answer any questions you guys might have. So, I'm going to see if I can share a little bit more news with you guys, and actually need a little bit of help from everyone watching. I'm going to try to pay a little bit more attention to the computer, make sure I don't miss these messages. So, for those of you who have been active in the last 7 days, I want to know, by your estimation, who we have in the ring on Monday. So far in my notes, the only match that I've made note of is Vincent Knight versus Robert. If you guys can remember, Robert has a beef with Vincent Knight because Vincent Knight ended the heel deal Daniel Antoine's 2-match winning streak coming into the FWC, the FWC and UXT. So Vincent Knight versus Robert is what I have slated. Who's going against the Dark Knight? That is a great question. Well, I'm going to get to that here. It says he's always PMSing. Mass versus Corbin. Is that this Monday night? All right, let's write that down then. All right, Mass. All right. So I want to ask Massacre, after an extremely impressive week by Massacre. I mean, you want to talk about that promo, painting the mask. You want to talk about standing in front of La Familia at every single turn. You want to talk about just really going out and cutting promos for the tag team promo challenge. Massacre might have had as good a week as anybody. So I want to know. I know we're 2 weeks away. Where's Massacre's head at right now? I've seen the change. I've seen the conversion. And all I know is that Corbin Slater seemed to have a great response in his own painting video. And let me tell you something. You guys are really headed for a collision course. And if this was another year and another time, you guys might be one of the main events for a huge pay-per-view. So keep that up, because despite you guys, the fact that you guys are in a collective together, you guys definitely know how to bring the heat at each other. And that's what it's about. That's why Kurt Malice ends up on the side of the milk carton. He's a legend. But Rick Price don't care. And Massacre is doing the same thing to Corbin Slater. I mean, that's what we want to see. And, of course, we know Deadrick Reigns always ready to talk trash. Richard Priest versus Mason Murray. That's right. Richard Priest versus Mason Murray. That's right. The Mechanic in action. Also vying for the Universe Tag Team Championships. All right. I may put up an open challenge since I've been getting ducked. All right, so Arden Murphy versus question marks. You know what? I'm sitting here staring at the paper. You guys saw I got quiet. I think I have an idea for an opponent for Arden Murphy, and I guarantee you this, they're not ducking me. They might be able to duck you, but me, no. Let's talk after this press conference, Mr. Murphy. I think we may have some business to touch on. And that's it. Don't be weird. All right. All right, let me see here. Yeah, hey, you know what? And I actually like that too. I think Marvelous Missy, our current reigning, defending women's champion, should be in action 2 weeks before Universe Mania. I like that. I like that. Arden Murphy's down to fight. Ha! Legion's more than willing to take on Arden Murphy. It doesn't sound like the BOD's going to have to step in at all. Ain't like them apples. Oh, goodness. Again. You guys are just really tearing into each other today. This is, feels like a Sunday, I suppose. We're all cranky. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Back to the gym, back to training. Time to listen to the trainers. This, that, and the other thing. You know what? I'm almost starting to feel like we need a new head trainer on the main roster. I mean, I know we got the UXT drill sergeant, but why don't we have a trainer on the main roster? We're going to touch on that a little bit later, because that might be something special in the making. Kurt Malice said he don't got to do nothing for Deadrick Reigns. That Deadrick Reigns can kiss his posterior foreskin. Boom. Oh, congratulations to a Luchador de Kansas City. Tomorrow's his son's birthday. Same as the WWE, WWF, WCW, NWA legend Stinger. Legion responding with, "You're a waste of my time, but I'll bite." It's like he just doesn't have anything else to do on Monday, so. But my question is, like, how does that make Deadrick Rain feel? I don't know. Chapter's getting a little tangy. And I'm Mexican. I like it. All right, well, listen, I don't even know how long this has been going. 20 minutes. I got about 5 more left. Ooh, it's the heel deal. What's going on, buddy? Still real cold up there, eh? Miss you, man. Can't wait till we hang out for the first time ever. All right. This is beautiful, man. I love how this is working, actually. Guess it would be a little bit easier if it was if I was working off of the device, but what are you gonna do? Sage words from one Ard Murphy. Never take any opponent lightly. It's just foolish to do so. Simply foolish. He's a what, Munch? What? Shucks. Oh, hey, I'm gonna make another announcement right now. Breaking news concerning the main event of Universe Mania 3. Kronos the Titan of Time is nearly officially entered to be in our main event. Our current United States champion, a man that's going to face his arch nemesis. Probably his biggest arch nemesis since El Mata himself. Jimbo Slice, a.k.a. Big Papa Kirk from La Familia STL, S.A. That's right. Kronos the Titan of Time is really ready to bring back entertainment at the highest level. So I know he hasn't issued formally a challenge towards Corbin Slater, and if he has, I might be misremembering. But let me tell you guys something. That's another heavy hitter. So far, Massacre, Corbin Slater, Kronos the Titan of Time, and Richard Priest have been entered into the WHC match at Universe Mania 3. I mean, the Warriors Heart Championship match, as we know. Wow. I'm excited, man. This is really excited. Let me see here. Message me the link that got that today. All right, got you. La Familia, hashtag La Familia, Richard Priest, 3 weeks. Your last week for my... Oh, dang. John Kerr. Woo. The gentleman, Richard Priest. I have faced off once and will truly be... Yeah, exactly, Corbin Slater. That well said. My goodness, you guys are really just stealing the show here tonight. So I officially have 55 seconds left in this broadcast. Tomorrow's matches, I'll continue to work on that and put that together. And I actually want to issue a challenge to everybody. Make sure you guys hashtag Universe Mania 3 and everything that you do concerning the group. And also I want to ask you guys to please see if you can work on reminding me who we need to book over these next couple of weeks. There's a lot of people that are going to want to fight all the way through, and there's people that are going to want to fight a few times here and there the rest of the 2 weeks we have left, which is 4 possible shows. So let's work something out. If you haven't been here for a while and you're sick of being called part-time or having a couple of matches, cutting a couple of short promos against these people that you have matches against, is a good way to get back on the saddle. This is not hard to do, guys. People feel the pressure of trying to keep up with the other guys in the group, and it's really not about keeping up with them. It's about doing enough to stay relevant. Do that in your way. And, yeah, have a couple matches, lose, win, doesn't matter. People want to see you bounce back. The best people in this group are the most resilient and those who show up. So, you guys do that. represent, talk to your leadership group, whoever you're rolling with, whoever you trust in the chapter, maybe even to the head trainer. You guys communicate with the leadership, and we're going to have awesome programs all the way through Universe Mania 3 and beyond. Alright, no one's on your level. You're at the bottom of the barrel. Piece of trash. Alright, well listen guys and gals, it's time for the BOD to sign off. I can't tell you guys how exciting it is to be a part of quite literally the best fantasy wrestling group in the world, the FWWC. It's a beautiful thing, and I hope to be able to enjoy this with you guys in person. April 2nd, hashtag Universe Mania 3. I love y'all. FWWC today, tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. You get all your usual hosts back. You're going to have the admin, Richard Priest, and, of course, the host, the baby face you love to hate, AJ Atticus. And I'm not going to be there this week. Too much work to do. Getting ready for the biggest show of the year. I got a glare, guys. You have to forgive me. I'm trying to work through this glare on my PC. Headhunters tonight, baby. Headhunters tonight, baby. And for those of you guys who are still tuning in, I got one more announcement. Thank you guys for sticking around. The Marvelous Missy will face the Dark Knight tomorrow night on a Monday Night Raw challenge. Details to follow.
It is digging up a green food that I'm, there's something up, nothing for your rest.